appreciative of how peaceful it is at this moment in this facility. The snow has its effect. The day itself has its effect as we are on a Sunday. On a Sunday without a sun brings about a more quieter day. I have the opportunity to also do something creative right now in terms of keeping record, video, and moving my vessel. However, I've been very militant in the last few months, coming up to a year. I've been very militant and very structured to where most of my days are spent in a more calculated move. Even when I stand, there is a position in which I hold to stand. The capacity to move freely and dance is still there, however not employed as much as the militant stance. This taps into my emotional space as well, for I have less of terrorizing or less overwhelming or less overbearing or less overjoyous or less overbright emotions, less of tingling and exciting emotions that may cause me to move any other way besides the way that I've conducted my body to move, the way that I've communicated mentally to my body to move. This is the season that I'm in. It is nothing alarming. Same way that this is the season that I am in, being in this facility, and it is nothing alarming. Of course, it correlates to how the word is operating right now, and what kind of structure we are existing in right now, and what kind of system we are complying with right now collectively, and my own action and participation living here, and my own life lessons and life work in being here. So all these things are adding up to the exact moment right now, and it is nothing alarming. Part of this structured militant move is also awakening across all countries, regions, and within all organized groups. We are seeing that the earth is getting very responsive to how we've been existing on it. The government is getting very strategic in trying to recreate a specific structure which we've seen in history, with a little bit more advanced, based on technology, based on resources, based on military capacity growing, the military power growing, and based on the less and less shame on, well, we can't say that because what they were doing, I cannot per se that there's less, I do not directly believe there is less shame, and I'm stimulating right now. I do not believe that there's less shame in today's society than there was back in the as late as 1800s, like 1830s. That's as far as I've read besides the Bible. I do not believe that there is less shame. There's actually more shame and more surveillance or more recording of that shame and more conscious awareness to be like shame. However, people do not, that's no longer, like me shaming you is no longer grand enough to influence you to shift or hide in your action. And this is directly to the structures that are in place and the systems that are in place and the powers that are in place. Us people who are under it, us shaming them no longer gets some sort of action going, because shame is shame. Shame is not necessarily holding them accountable. So we see organized groups and organized people forming more of a militant response to set powers, and this is the evolution that we are in. This is the evolution we are in, which is why policing the body and policing the expression of all people to speak right and was oppressed for a very long time, especially from the 70s to now, because that's when the wheels were turning for people and individuals and minds like ours today to stand and be like, hey, I'm naming that. Hey, I'm calling that out. Hey, I am structuring myself now to respond to that. It is the reason why I'm able to stand right here in this moment, in this facility, and speak and record myself and speak and expose these thoughts here, share these thoughts bravely. Otherwise, I would still be in that. I'm hiding. I am like complying with everything in order to survive, yet not thriving, and allowing this oppression to continue on. But it's like, no, and that means also getting back the autonomy of this body, this mind, which is its liberation. Like liberating the mind and liberating the body is literally reclaiming the autonomy of it, reclaiming how you feel in it, reclaiming who's taking care of it, reclaiming who is regulating it, reclaiming what kind of mind are you operating from to speak and to govern through this God-given ability, this God-given nature. We are truly coming out of so many things. We are clearly coming out of an era that policed our bodies and influenced heavily our minds, and right now everything that can be, well, maybe not everything, a lot that can be a distraction is being pew, 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 pew. And our challenge is to be able to move through that. Autonomy for the body, y'all. Autonomy for the mind. Like, liberate your mind. I just spoke a lot. I just transmitted a lot. And I'm grateful to have been able to align with that message, align with that speak, and openly record it, openly be able to share it on appropriate platforms in order to communicate and reach those that I've been in communion with, in fellowship with, in contact with, in collaboration with, and for the community in which we tune to each other. We tune to each other in order to receive our messages and stimulate higher conversation about where we are right now.